How's it going, guys? Obviously another great week in the books. It's really cool to see how busy the classes are. Obviously we've introduced that 3 p.m. class now, and we've extended the class slots by about 2 people. Please just make sure we're staying strict with the bookings, just to make sure that if we do cancel or can't make a class, we give someone else an opportunity. But it's really cool to see the box being so busy, and it's really cool to see the commitment from you guys, just continuing to train consistently on a week-by-week basis, following your strength programs, following your cycles, making sure that we're just building up things over time. So we've obviously got another really great week planned for you guys. Just a quick run through of what we're going to be getting into, just in case you need to plan your sessions accordingly. On Monday, changing things up a little bit, we're going to be starting off with some deadlifts. That's going to start our week off. So we're going to go for some nice heavy deadlifts. Then obviously in our workout, we've got a nice 5 round for time with some deadlifts, wall balls, and a short run. On Tuesday, guys, we're going to be doing some power cleans. We've been doing a lot of hang cleans from now, or up until now. Now we're going all the way from the floor, some power cleans. It's going to be a set with a pause, so it's going to be our more technical set. And then we're going to do a 12-minute EMOM with some power cleans and double unders. So just a bit of conditioning on Tuesday. Then on Wednesday, we are going to be doing some push jerks. We're obviously building up heavier than we did the previous week, and we've got a cool workout. We've got some push jerks and pull-ups, so quite a nasty combination at times. And then you're going to go slightly heavier for another set of push jerks and strict pull-ups. So really just focused on some pulling strength there. Guys, on Thursday, we are going to be doing some back squats. Again, just building heavier than we did last week. We're still doing 4s for a couple sets, and then building up to 2s for a couple sets. And then we've got a nice workout with some back squats, some kettlebell swings, and some up down. So make sure you don't miss that one. Back squats is a really good day. And then on Friday is going to be our heavy power clean session. And then we've got a really cool AMRAP planned. Nice and simple, very short rep range. It's 12 minutes long, 3 movements, power clean, burpees, and box overs. So we're looking forward to it, guys. I hope you are too. Make sure that we sort of recovering when we can and when we need to. As I have been mentioning time and time again, if you are feeling a little bit beat up, there's nothing wrong with coming in and just kind of going slightly lighter than you ordinarily would. It's not a reason to say that we're going to do that all the time. Just making sure that we're looking after our body. And when it comes to these lifts, as we start going heavier and heavier, guys, remember, mechanics comes first. Make sure we can do it consistently, and then we worry about adding weight. We're going to set ourselves up for some success in the future. So looking forward to a week. We'll see you at the box. Cheers. Okay, cool, guys. Just a quick coach's tip for the week. We're obviously doing a fair amount of work in the front rack position. We're cleaning twice a week. We're catching the bar in this position. We are doing push jerks as well, and it becomes quite demanding to get ourselves into this position. Now, for some people, it comes naturally. If you're a little bit more mobile, it's very easy to get yourself into this position, have the elbows up nice and high, have that bar resting on the shoulders, which is ideally what we want. The goal that we're working towards is to have the bar across our palm, so not in the fingers, in the front rack position, on the shoulders, and we should feel fairly comfortable in that position. Now, that's not always the case for everyone, and especially if you're fairly new to CrossFit, you might find that you get a lot of pain in your wrists, and we feel that we need to mobilize and get the wrists a little bit more mobile, a little bit more flexible. So that's not necessarily the case. The reason we feel that tension and pain in the wrist is because when I'm in this position, if I'm unable to get my elbow up high enough, then what's happening is my elbow is pointed down, and the angle of my wrist is quite demanding. That's not a comfortable position. The more my wrist has to bend in order to be able to get that bar onto my shoulders. So what I want to focus on doing is I want to focus on getting mobile enough to be able to lift my elbow up, and therefore decreasing the angle that I place on my wrist when it comes to being in that front rack position. So there's a couple ways I can do that. Obviously some basic stretches, focusing on the triceps and focusing on the lats. Now, what we will do before our push jerk and our hang clean sessions in the week is we'll just do 1 or 2 stretches with regards to promoting this. We've obviously done the elbow punch through, so you get in that front rack position and you're going to just alternate sides, pushing those elbows up nice and high. Obviously, simulating the position we want to be in is probably one of the best things you can do. Getting a friend to come when you're in that position, just to lift both elbows up at the same time, forcing the stretch a little bit. And we've done some foam rolling in the classes lately as well. What we can do as well is take a barbell, put our tricep on the bar, roll it out, and spend some time just working in those tight spots, working in those tight areas, and you're going to feel a little bit more mobile in that position. We can get our elbow up on the rig as well, and then just drop down, get into a nice stretch in that position. Again, just trying to open up this area, getting into the lats as well, and then in turn, hopefully increasing or decreasing the angle of our wrist by getting our elbow up nice and high. Just one thing as well, we sell wrist straps. These aren't going to take away the problem, but they just give your wrists a little bit more support. If you do want to order these, they go for 170 Rand a pair. You can order at the front desk. We often have stock as well. Just buy yourself a pair. They come in handy. I would say it's probably one of the most essential pieces of gear that you can use. Also, we've got some pull-ups in the week and all the toes to buy. If you're fairly new, your hands start to get a little bit torn and worn. We also sell gymnastic grips. These go for 200 Rand a pair, and basically this is just going to give you a little bit of protection when it comes to any of the rig work that we do. And then lastly, guys, we have skipping ropes as well. So we obviously have skipping ropes available for anyone to use here at the front. The nice thing about having your own one is that you'll notice the ones in the front are of varying lengths, because if a tall person comes, they need a slightly longer rope. If a shorter person comes, they possibly tie knots in it to make the rope a little bit shorter. Nice thing about having your own one is, firstly, you can practice some double unders at home. Lots of people do that. And then secondly, you can adjust the length according to you specifically. So every time you see we have double unders, or you just have it in your kit bag and you see we have double unders for that day specifically, take your rope out, bring it to your block. That's your rope. That's one for you to use for all of your sessions. So I would recommend a couple of these things if you've got some money lying around. You don't have to buy from us as well. You can get skipping ropes like this at Mr. Price Sports or Sportsman's Warehouse. Steel Monkey as well. They sell skipping ropes like this. Also these gymnastic grips, you can also pick them up at Sportsman's Warehouse. These are also fairly common to find. So yeah, just give us a shout if you do want to get from us. But otherwise, if you are struggling with any of those areas I've just mentioned, it's definitely something I would recommend. Thanks, guys.